Hello, welcome. I see there's some people coming in. I hope everybody enjoyed the little intro loading screen there. Uh, there's a bit of a lag here, so that'll be fun. Yeah. So welcome to my debut. I am X4 Audio Network's new VTubing sensation. You can see where to follow me on Blue Sky. Go to x4aud.io. I assume most of you already know all about this, and that's why you're here. But I did decide to do some hashtags just because I thought it would be fun, because people always do hashtags, so I might as well. So there's Niamh Live, Illu Niamh for art, and Foxmom Niamh if you want to do meme posts. Not that I'm really expecting anyone to do much. But let's get to it. Who the fuck am I? Also, my big ass tail is fucking blocking the slide. Just a sec. I gotta get so tiny. Okay, okay. I'm still kind of blocking it. I'm still kind of blocking it, but uh, there, there. Uh, I'm Osaki Nana's Fox Persona. I'm a podcasting critic. Again, most of you are probably here because you've listened to my podcasts. A lot of them are just kind of about hanging out with friends, and but we also talk about other stuff. But if I'm being real, I do it because I'm hanging out with friends. That is the reason why I still podcast. And hopefully, some of this stuff is going to be, you know, me finding ways to hang out with people, doing streams if people would like to do that. But also just a way where sometimes if I am chilling and playing a game and people want to stop by, uh, hang out while I do a career in Uma Musume or decide to pick out a visual novel or whatever the fuck, um, I'll probably be streaming like the Persona games when like 4 comes out, that 4 remake. Um, Yell at me if the volume is bad, by the way. Let me double check chat. I've not been looking at chat. Um, Also, yes, I just saw the Cam key art is so cute. Um, Agreed. Thank you, Cam Marshall, for doing that art. Um, I do need to get some background music. I've thought about what to do, but I haven't figured anything else out yet there. Um, at some point, maybe I'll make the tail bigger. Anyway, I also really like movies and music. Movies, I talk about a lot on Ornate Stairwells. Go listen to my movie podcast. It's the best movie podcast that is out there. I have no idea if we'll do watch along streams at any point, but I could. Um, there's no other audio. It is just me talking. We're raw dogging this one. Um, but I love music, especially punk music. I grew up as a gutter punk in Michigan, but I also listen to a shit ton of Icelandic punk music. And then there's sort of like the Kroot music scene. I put heavy scare quotes on that because it's a contested term. But you know, uh, the aesthetic here is definitely punk fox girl, and a lot of the backgrounds come from either photos I found online or photos I took myself of the punk museum in Iceland. So please enjoy that. I figure it'd be a part of my aesthetic. The more pressing question, I think, beyond who am I, is how big are those ears? So I've got a healthy or a helpful, I guess it's healthy too, but a helpful height chart here. Um, but I figured it would help to have a little bit of a point of comparison for all of this. So we're going to bring in Cecilia Immergreen because I am also 162 centimeters. Now I say that I'm 5 foot 3 inches, which you know, CC here is going up a little bit. It's not quite 3 inches, 162 centimeters. If you do the math, it's not quite 5 foot 3 inches. But CC I guess wants to be a little bit taller. I'm fine being 5 foot 3, so I'm 5 foot 3. But let's see if I can like just get myself in here. Just for scale. I'm so tiny. I'm so tiny right now. I might need to slightly adjust the frame, but here. Uh, uh, why is it not let me do like one in between? Okay, we're gonna do this, and we're gonna slightly adjust this. Perfect, perfect. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So yeah, you can see me here, right next to Cecilia Immergreen, my Kamiyoshi. And our heads, you measure the height by the top of the head. So her key sticks up a little bit, but not much. And our heads are right at the same level. So, uh, I've got these green eyes. Perfect, perfect for looking at CC. Um, we'll bring in my other Kamiyoshi. This is Narissa Ravencroft, who, I started getting into VTubers. I had a little bit of like an awareness of Hololive, but it was mostly clips that I would get from friends. Didn't really watch streams or anything. And then I was literally on a trip, like I'd gone on a trip to Minnesota and we were driving back and I was in the passenger seat and I watched all of the Advent debut because I was like, oh, maybe it'll be somebody in Advent that I like, and I'll check that out. And then there was Narissa, and she was very clearly Midwestern, um, even Minnesotan, but with the open everything. Uh, so I started watching, you know, over here with Narissa. But as you can see, my ears are still taller than she is. Except famously, she will talk about how 5'9" is not the top of her horn; it's the top of her head. So I've drawn a line here to the top of her horn, and that is where my ears land. So you can see it pretty much worked out perfectly. I did not do this on purpose. It's like that's like 6'1". So I guess it's like a good, what, 10 inches? 10 inches at ears? Yeah, ears a lot bigger than her horns. I'm just saying. Of course, I am also, while we're talking about my height, the size of a singular grain of rice. That's me. So let me get myself back into a slightly more appropriate place here. We're gonna talk a little bit about movies because, as I said, I love movies. Uh, love to just talk about movies, think about movies, watch movies when I have the time to watch movies. So we will run through a couple of my favorite films here. First one here is Sonatine. I don't think this one comes as any surprise to anyone who knows me. I've talked about loving Sonatine on many, many podcasts. Just truly one of my favorites. Um, there's something just so good about having like a Yakuza movie, but it's the beach episode of Yakuza movies, right? Um, it's all about like why do we care about this? What's it's this formula that just repeats again and again. Yakuza movies are so formulaic. Um, why do we care about this? And finding the like weird spaces for just joy in it, um, that I think it's very powerful for me. Um, there's a lot of like feeling of the creation of like space for queerness in it. Even just the starts of it. And like, what are the things in life that give us space away from work and labor, which sucks because all Yakuza movies are ultimately about how it fucking sucks to have a job and a boss. Another one, also, I don't think is a surprise, Pastoral to Die in the Country. I love Terayama Shuji. This is my favorite Terayama Shuji film that I've seen. I think it just really hits on things that, you know, cut to the heart of things that I care about. Things about yourself, your childhood, who you became because of your parents, and the relationship that you continue to have with your parents, for better or worse. Um, I think it's a truly fantastic movie, and the every single time when you get the moment where it goes from you know you're sort of watching and it just feels like any Terayama Shuji movie that you may have seen before. If you're like me and you've watched multiple Terayama Shuji movies, and then you just get this moment where it's like they're watching the movie in a screening room and the director is working on the movie actively. Fantastic. It's one of the best like little pulls that Teriyama Shuji has done in a film, in my opinion. Um, Another one on here is Smooth Talk. When I saw this, it truly blew me away. Um, I think it's exceptional. I think everyone should watch it. I think it's like both a horror movie and not a horror movie. But there are ways in which I find it far more terrifying than basically any other horror movie that I've watched these days. Because I feel like I don't get very scared from movies anymore. Um, but yeah, Smooth Talk, fantastic. I'm really glad that I found this one and that I've gotten a lot of people to watch it as well. Um, Highly recommend. And then the last one, this one I feel like could like switch out. And I thought about like putting Double Life of Veronique in here. Viva l'Amour was in here. Um, it's really hard to do a top four, but I decided to do Godland for this one, in part because part of me getting into films and specifically studying film was being really interested in Icelandic cinema. I wrote you know, thesis paper, a master's thesis on uh, Icelandic film in general, and specifically Angels of the Universe. I've got like a published article out there that you might be able to find. Actually, I don't. I think maybe the periodical that it was published in went down, and I'm sure you could find it on like uh, Wayback Machine or something, but I don't know if the website's still up anymore. Um, but on oh, why am Devil's Island? I got Godland stuck in my head, and I was like, it's like that, but it's an opposite, and I don't remember what the fuck it is. Um, but yeah, I was paid and published a scholarly article on that. This is my background. This is what I went to school for, is not just movies, but specifically Icelandic movies. Um, and when I saw Godland, just really fantastic. I loved it so much. Um, I think it's a really special movie. I've also got my least favorite films on here because also sometimes movies fucking suck. I love movies, but sometimes they fucking suck, like Crash. Not the Cronenberg Crash. That one's good. That's like it probably his best one. I'd have to go back and watch some of them, but it's really good. But this was the when this came out, I was going to undergrad studying film, and I saw this movie, and then I saw just the buzz around it that existed in terms of the like Academy Awards, and I cared about Academy Awards at this point. Um, and I just thought that it was like a miserably constructed film. Um, the things that it was trying to say, it was like so heavy-handed about, and in really like bizarre ways that I just didn't like the movie. And I saw in the praise of it, just how intensely like there is a specific way that a movie is made for like Academy Awards season, and people eat it up, and often they're bad. And I truly stopped caring about the Oscars after this and like Academy Awards, um, because I was just like, how is this the one everyone's talking about? I don't even remember the like other movies that I thought should be doing better that didn't, because I just remember at this point how much I fucking hated this movie, um, and the way that it became really, really, uh, really popular, I guess, um, and was like really highly praised. And I think now most people don't like it, but it was really the moment of me realizing like, oh, like you can't just go with the stuff that people are talking about. You need to like have your own taste because the stuff that people are talking about sucks. Speaking of Napoleon Dynamite, um, I've walked out of a number of movies in my life. I wanted to walk out of this one, and I went with friends, and they were like, "No, no, it's funny. We want to stay." And I willed myself. I was not tired. I willed myself to sleep because I didn't want to watch it. I really this movie is like miserable to me. I think it is sneering at these people entirely too much. Um, in like a really weird way. That's just not funny. I just don't enjoy it. Ghost in the Shell. This movie's terrible. I recorded an entire podcast about how bad this movie is. You can go listen to it. It's a bad movie. It's really racist, and not even in the ways that people talk about. Um, I think there's a way that you could like, this movie's not the movie doing it, but there's a way that you could have a movie about like, yes, this Japanese woman takes on an idealized, woman's body, and that idealized body is a white woman, right? There's like a thing you can do there if it was about it, if it was smartly about it. It's not, but also it like really, really dislikes darker skinned Asian people in a way that's intense, and it's awful. I hate it. And then the last one here is Fireworks. This one nobody fucking knows about except for me. I watched this because I watched the Iwai Shinji Fireworks. Should we see it from the side or the bottom? A thing that I specifically watched because I had seen All About Lily Choo Choo like years and years prior, and thought like, oh, this would be good. And I watched it and I was like, that was okay, but like it was clearly a made-for-TV movie. It was there's some good stuff about it, but it was kind of mid. And then I watched this anime and I just realized how much I hate like this style of sort of romance anime with like a lore critical magic thing that they have to do, right? Um, it's terrible. It's terrible. Um, I don't recommend anybody watch this, but especially just comparing it to the Owai Shinji one, which is so quietly about like this boy. No matter which timeline he ends up in, he doesn't actually in any way help this girl. He's like too caught up in being a young boy, like just starting to go through puberty and being interested in girls. Um, that he can't actually like interface with her as a person and help her in the ways that she needs help. Um, and I like watching this made me realize how much the original movie was about that and how much this movie just didn't fucking get it. Also, they replaced Slam Dunk with One Piece, and that's such a downgrade, in my opinion. And then we have mid-ass films that fucking hit. This first one, this is the one that inspired me doing these four. Uh, Raiders of the Lost Ark, a movie that I don't think is very good. I think it's just a mid, like Hollywood, you know, action movie from the era. And also you watch it and you're like, we used to make fucking movies. We used to build sets. We used to do like practical effects. We used to have cinematography. We used to have like a camera that had film and that would shoot actors doing things in a space, interacting with real things. And it's good. It's like fun. It's not miserable or boring or lacking all the sorts of things that you get when you just have to actually have a camera and point it at a thing and record a thing. And like that's your movie, right? You edit it. Maybe there's some special effects you do in post, but like truly, I think the way that so many movies now are created almost entirely in post, where some footage shot on green screen um, is just like a component in the creation of the film, um, has really been a detriment to movies. And you see this and you're just like, yeah, yeah, 3 stars, it fucking rips. Signs, this is another movie that I don't think is very good, but I find fascinating for like all the ways that M. Night Shyamalan is a weird director. Um, it's so like delightfully uneven. It's so weird about his thing that he's trying to say about religion. And he like stumbles into like God gave that boy asthma and that girl like OCD or whatever to save them from aliens. And it's like, my guy, you could have just like had the aliens not come or something. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? It's delightful though. It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid because aliens were the scariest fucking thing in the world to me. Um, Now I watch it and I'm like, I can't believe I was scared by this. Late consequence, and there's we got a little bit of a butt here. Do I need to cover this up for YouTube? Should I move? No butts allowed on YouTube. Um, this is such a like this is probably the worst movie of all of the movies I'm listing here as mid films that fucking hit. Um, there's like massive plot holes of like it takes place in summer and then they go to like a Chinese New Year festival. It's like in August, like specifically or something, and then they go to a Chinese New Year festival. Just like dumb shit like that, where they just like clearly the script it needed work, right? They just like didn't even care enough to like focus in on any of this stuff. Um, but it is about how it would be really hot to fuck Billy Zane. And the other thing that I really like about this movie is there are so many movies like this that you watch, and the end kind of always has to like reassert like here's the cheating woman or whatever, and then she like gets put into her place, right? Um, Even if it's like kind of subtle, right? It's like the woman has done something wrong, and then there needs to be some comeuppance, and you like are meant to delight in her wrongdoing, right? But it still has to end in uh, some sort of consequence. The name of the movie is literally Lake Consequence. And the thing that's beautiful about it is that she faces no consequences. She literally like there's this whole scene where Billy Zane is driving her home after she's like gone on this, weekend trip where she's had sex with Billy Zane and also his bisexual girlfriend, and like just done all sorts of wild things in the city. And they're going back to, her family house. And Billy Zane's like freaking out and like trying to coach her on like what to do and everything. And she's just like quiet the whole time, and you're like, oh, she just like knows what's coming. And then she just like goes home, lies perfectly to her husband and kid, and the movie ends. Like it's just her secret forever. It's fantastic. Like I've never seen a like Skinamax movie like this. Just end that confidently. Like yeah, it's fine. No consequences for her. And then last but not least is Micro Commando Diatron 5, aka Space Transformer, aka Space Transformers. Can it be made if Billy Zane is here? Um, the rest of the movie is kind of bad enough that yes, but he is good in it, and he is hot in it. So We should watch it sometime. But anyway, Space Transformer, aka Space Transformers, aka Micro Commando Diatron 5. I guess listen to an upcoming Elf for more on this. I know that we've done like at least I think we've only done one Ornate Stairwells where we like did a watch along. This movie's just fun as hell, right? Like it's just a good movie. I love it. Um, is it a good movie? No. Is it a good movie? Yes. It's fantastic. It keeps you guessing. It's exciting all the way through. It's confounding in like the best ways. I love it. Highly recommend it. Next up, now that we're done with movies, let me get back into a slightly more out of the way place. Doop doop doop. Oh God, that whole thing's been there. Nobody told me that that little X was there. You're supposed to tell me that the X is there. What the fuck? I just now noticed that the X has been there the whole fucking time, I think. Jesus Christ. Anyway, we've got this little Venn diagram. I also talk about anime on my podcast, Ghost Divers. I really like manga and anime and TV shows for just like a thing that I love about them is that it you spend enough time with the characters that that sort of becomes the focus, right? Like films can be more about uh, when I think about them, it's really focused on like the themes. It's more of a like poetry, right? If I did compare it to like a written form, um, there's a certain like they can play with colors and images and everything, and that's like what films are great at. That's what I love about films is the aesthetics of them and the way that they convey stuff through the aesthetics. I have a background in formalism, so I have to drink some water. Um, but when it comes to like shows, I really care about the characters. Same with like a manga or something where it's a longer running thing. So I figured as part of it, we would just run through some of the characters and I would put them into this Venn diagram where we have me, so characters that are me, girlfriend or boyfriend, and then, and this is an important distinction, you might not understand it, but I promise you it's important, wife, husband. Now there is some space over here. Do you think it's just for me? No, I have another circle. It does not intersect. It's for characters where it's on fucking sight. If I see you in the streets, I'm fucking you up. You know who you are, and you're gonna get sorted too. So I'm not gonna do like every single possible character that I could here. I'm gonna move a little bit just so there's a little bit more room here for it's on fucking sight, right? Um, Here, let me move so that my tail's a little more behind me. I know you all love the tail, but we still got some. So we're gonna start out with Nana. Obviously, one of my favorite series of all time. Eh, I think I'm. Ooh, ooh. I don't know. In some ways, she's just me, right? Some of these I don't know where I'm sorting them. Some of them I know instantly where I'm sorting them, but we're just gonna feel it out together. Okay? Are you down for that? This is this is how we're gonna do it. Uh, let's see. Next, I've got Hachi. So let's get trying to get it to like let me move this is sometimes annoying. Um, I think wife. I think Hachi's wife, right? Hachi's wife. Now we all know this one. It's on fucking site with that motherfucker. Get the hell out of here, Takumi. If I catch you, Yasu, I think I think might be boyfriend and husband, but not me. I think boyfriend and husband. And then Ren, here's the thing. It's also fucking on site with you. Fuck you. All right, next up, let us go through some Uma Musume characters. TM Opera O, right from the jump. I think she goes in the middle. Meisho Dodo. I think, oh, I don't know if it's just wife or if it's wife and girlfriend. Do you understand what I'm talking about here? Like, oh, oh, I think just wife. I think just wife. I think just wife. Fuji. Now, Fuji Kiseki, I think is me and girlfriend slash boy. I think is honestly boyfriend. That feels right. Asian Flash. I think she's just me. I think she's just me. Nakayama Festa as boyfriend. Know that one instantly. Tachyon here. I think also girlfriend here. Cafe. Yeah. Jungle Pocket. We got the whole crew. Got the whole crew building over there. Sorry to Dansu Flame, but not gonna show up. Gold Chip, you all know. It's on fucking site. Get out of my fucking site. I hate seeing you. Um, Air. Oh, is Air Shakir me girlfriend or just girlfriend? I think he's I think he's here with Fuji. This one's getting cluttered here. Um, so then this one's interesting. I've got vodka and I think it's just me. And Shingo Windy, absolutely just me over here, right? Are you all following me here? I think this makes sense. Uh, anyway, I don't hate Dansu, but I don't think she places anywhere on here. And if they're not placing on here, I'm usually trying to avoid including them. Now we're going to go through Hunter x Hunter. So first things first, Neferpito, husband, easy. Grapika, boyfriend. Now Gon and Killua, this is a rare one, but I don't think that they place, but I did want to just include them here because they are boyfriends, right? Not mine, but they are. So they can hang out over here, or I guess down here, right? Because they're boyfriends. I'll put them here. They can hang out here. I don't know why that doesn't want to line up well. It hates me. Um, Bisky, that's me. It's on fucking site with this dad. Fucking hate you. Machi. Ooh, I think girlfriend. I think girlfriend. Shalnark, fuck you. Get in the corner where you belong. Shimizu, girlfriend. And Menchi, I think it's the girlfriend slash wife space. Um, 'Cause like I want whatever she's cooking, you know? Fuck Shalnark. Next up, this is gonna be quite the mess of characters. So these are just gonna be kind of Gundam characters in general. We're gonna start with Char, who I think is boyfriend. Bright Noah, it's on fucking site. Pla, that's me. Pla 2, also me. Here we go. She's the queen of space. I think. Ooh. This feels right. This feels right. The true queen of space. Glemmy Toto. Fuck you. Get in there with Bright Noah. Quattro Legina. Now he is both boyfriend and husband. Anil L. That's me and wife. Harry Ord. That's just my husband right there. The entirety of Gundam Seed. You can get in here. Fuck you. Lock on Stratos. Boyfriend. Tyria. I think girlfriend. Because then Regine, or I think it's Regine, is boyfriend. Might, mm, I don't want to separate them though. They can go together. I like how I've set this up. We're uh, way taller than Tyria here. Bushido Mask, get in the corner with everyone else. I'll put you in front of Seed at least. Wolf, boyfriend and husband. Flit, you know where you belong, Flit. Get in there. Now, Asemu, I think might be. I'm gonna put it like here for boyfriend, and there's a very specific reason, which is that Zayhart is, I think, boyfriend and me, and I want to make sure they're together. Atra, that's just me right there. I love her, my favorite Gundam girl of all time. And Ozzy Gurman, husband. There's Gundam. They fit better than I was expecting, so that worked out a little bit. I was worried about this one because there were so many. Uh, did any of them surprise you? Now we're gonna do King of Fighters, and of course we start with King, who belongs in the middle. Leona, I think over here. I'm gonna need to shrink some of these ones down. I can feel it already. Elizabeth. Ah, me and girlfriend, I think. Yuri, I think is just me. I love playing a girl in a fighting game who will attack you with her butt. Um, Athena, I think might be girlfriend. Vice here, I think is just boyfriend, right? There's just like instability to Vice where I don't know if I don't know if I want to fully commit there. K. I'm gonna say husband. What? You know what? You know what? No, I think husband because of this next person, Ash. Now Ash is boyfriend and husband. That makes sense. That fits. That fits. Uh, Mario, if I see you and your mustache face. Oh my God, why are you shrinking? Why are you getting what are you doing? What are you doing, Mario? Okay. Okay, come. Oh, what is happening? What the fuck is happening? I I okay. Okay. What? Oh my God. Can, can you move, please? Why why doesn't Mario want to move? I I'm literally getting the oh my God. Oh my God. Have I broken OBS with fucking Mario? Well, Mario goes in the fucking corner. Mario, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why won't you let me move you? I literally moved you over there when I set this up. Why are you stuck there now? Let's see if I can move the rest. I don't really like Mario games. I don't like Mario games is the thing. They torment me. Um, they torment me. And I hate that fucking plumber. I hate his fucking face. And he continues to torment me. There's nobody else in the series who I'm ranking. That's not entirely true because I am going to do what? Oh my God, they're all broken. Why are they all broken? Well, Dry Bones and Rosalina. Where the fuck are you, Rosalina? What? What is happening right now? I'm losing my mind. Okay, you can all move together here. I was gonna put Dry Bones and Rosalina in the me because when I do have to play a Mario game with my kid and I have to pick a character, if I can pick Dry Bones, I pick Dry Bones, and then if Dry Bones isn't there, I usually pick Rosalina, who if it's like if it's a Switch one, which is often what my kid's playing, Rosalina is going to be there. So she's my fallback. I'm one of the many butch women who pick Rosalina. We exist. We're more common than you think. But now they're all going on its on fucking site because I apparently can't move them individually. I can just move them as a weird group, and I don't know why. But fuck them. Fuck Mario. Last but not least, I've got some Deep Space Nine characters, and we'll start with Garrick, who I think he is I think his husband could be boyfriend. I'm on the fence right now. Ooh, I think this is the spot. This is the spot for on the fence, right? That's the spot that makes sense. Now we've also got Bashir, and Bashir is none of these. I would almost put him on its on fucking site except that he is boyfriends with Garrick, so he gets to like exist right here and just kind of like look at Garrick, right? Cisco. Cisco's definitely husband. Dax, for better or worse, is me. Because I love when Cisco says old man to talk about Dax. It's great every single time. Worf, also husband. And O'Brien. That feels right. That feels right. Uh, so yeah, that's basically what I've got. In terms of what is this going to look like going forward, I'm just gonna kind of stream whenever the fuck I feel like it. I might sometimes do like a scheduled stream, like especially so the thing that I've been working on this week is getting my model into VR chat. And at this point I've gotten it in. I just need to like play enough VR chat uh, in order to be able to actually use it in there to get the like new user trusted rankings. Um, but that might be a fun way to hang out with some friends and, explore space and chat. Uh, as I said, I might sometimes just have a moment where I'm like, oh, I'm going to play some video games tonight on the wonderful gaming PC that Connor got me. Shout out to Connor. And in that case, um, I'll just suddenly go live and you'll be lucky if you catch me. I'm not scheduling any of that stuff because that'll just be purely like I don't have plans, you know? If I have plans, if I'm scheduling with somebody that we're going to do a thing, then you will see it as a schedule that will show up. It might just be like a day in advance or something, or maybe even the day of. But I will put up something with even just like a basic thumbnail, so people know that something's coming. But if it's just me chilling, hanging out, um, for that stuff, I'm just gonna hit stream and come on by and chat if you want to. Um, Oh, I did just see the question of which lock on, and hmm, I think the second one. I think the second one is the right answer. But like, can I? I'll take both. You know? I mean, they're basically the same. Uh, oh, it would have been a good bit to do both lock-ons. It is both. It is both in my heart. Um, it's still so funny that Mario fucked me over. Anyway, hopefully we've been able to see some of the expressions throughout the chat, but I do have some that it will auto do. So there is the smile. That one's easy. I bet that one's shown up quite a bit. If I like open wider, I do that like closed. I basically have that if I ever do a big laugh. I want to make sure that it sort of captures the kind of face that I do when I do a big laugh. So that's why it exists. But you know, it's there. There's also sad, just a little pouty, just a little bit of a pouty face. And then the other ones that I have these as toggles. Uh, I'm saving this for last because sometimes I fuck it up. There we go. So this is the angry one. This is the fuck you one. This is when you all are fucking around. This is me when I have to deal with fucking Mario. Fuck him. And then this is my shocked face. I feel like this one doesn't talk very well. uh, I don't know if I'm going to use this often, but it is funny. But anyway, that's a little bit of the expressions. I figure we can take a little bit more of a look at the model here, and then we'll finish off with that. Um, but if you look in the description for this stream, you will see credits to, I made most of this model myself, but the ears are based off of a model from Booth that I found, specifically just for the ears, but they were really good. I wanted far better ears than just the default ears that you get in VRoid Studio, which is where I built her. And then also this outfit I got from Booth, so I could have like a much better punk outfit. Um, but we can take a little look here. Of course, we've got the ears. We got to start there. Uh, Here. I know people love when VTuber big. So VTuber big. Hello. Um, I've got this big tail. It's very big. It's truly very big. I like the back of the shirt here, or the jacket too, where it says Venom Rush. Um, it's a good jacket. And then the default outfit here, I might eventually see if I can find some other. I really like this leather jacket, but originally I was trying to look for some pants, something a little bit more butch, but I couldn't get one that would work. Getting it into like VC face. There's lots that work with VR chat, but they people make less for models that you could like put into here. Um, but it does have this skirt, so I just kept the default skirt with the fishnets and these nice boots. So that's a little view of the model. Thank you for coming. I will see you around in the future. I hope you had fun. I had fun. Bye.